throughout heaven and earth, I alone am the honored one.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an episode of Ball Talk. Today's episode is just gonna be about the NBA, man. I'm telling you, this is the NBA is soccer as man is to ape. NBA is the evolution of sport, man. Like combination of skill, talent, size, IQ, everything, man. This is just a perfect sport. I'm not gonna be rash, but like, man, I love this game, bro. Like, just watching like game after game, or if I miss a game, highlights, or if I'm watching 2 games, 3 games at a time, like, it's awesome, man. And couple that with the fact that my Golden State Warriors are like going off. I think we have a 3-1 record, losing to the Trailblazers in a blowout on a back-to-back. Understandable. I'm not moved, but like at the same time, you can be moved by the wins because it's just the start of the season. But I do think that, hey man, we can make a push. I don't care. Like we have what it takes, and it's awesome to see, really. Like, just to start off with the big thing, I told you guys in the last episode, Victor Wembanyama. Said that name 3 times. You cannot forget it. This is the next big thing in basketball. There is not one player, like, physically that has matched his output. Like, Victor Wembanyama is 7'5". He also shoots the ball very, very well for his size, and very well, like, and shoots the ball well in general. Alongside his size and shooting the ball well for his size, he is also basically a quadruple level scorer. He can score from the logo, score from the arc, score from the paint, score from the mid-range, and score at the rim, right? Also a lob threat. He can catch lobs at like, he throw it up anywhere, he's gonna catch it. Also, he can post up. Also, he can pass the ball. Also, he can handle the ball like he's doing sham guards. He's learning the moves from Jamal Crawford, spending time with Kevin Garnett, Rashal Ghul, spending time with the monks in Tibet, spending time with like, so many signs point to this guy being great. There is no way his career, like, he has a floor. Do you know his floor this season so far is a 27-point game or a 23-point game where he shoots bad? That's his floor. This guy is one hell of a talent, man. Like, I cannot believe people were having comparisons with Scoot Henderson in 2023 about who's gonna be the number one in the Rookie of the Year. My nigga, what? Like, this guy is the best thing since LeBron James, bro. I'm so dead ass, bro. But like, yeah, and you can see what he's doing. The first game was a warning sign, but like, going forward, it's just what you're gonna have to expect. And eventually, if he takes too long to win, or if he doesn't win for a while, it's gonna change. All this love is gonna become hate, and I really, really think and hope that I never become one of those that switches up on this guy, because this guy is flipping amazing to watch, man. But yeah, enough Wemby praise. We got Wardell and the Golden State Warriors performing at an amazing level. To be fair, we started the last 3 seasons relatively good, and I do not want to, get too attached too early, and then later down the line we have to struggle. Like, one thing I did notice is last season, we started very, very well. I think Steph was number 2 or number 3 in the MVP voting, because we was the best player on the best team in the NBA, right? In the West especially, which is the best conference. But then, we start to slow down, start losing games that we shouldn't be losing, or just fumbling results that we should not be fumbling, and then it starts to get iffy. Like, what is this a team that's gonna compete? But then one thing I do notice is in the tight games and the big games, some way somehow we still, even in a loss, we still perform at like a high level. We still make the game close, which is its own problem in its own right, because it shows that game management is bad, but at the same time, it also shows the drive and determination and the ability to play with teams. Like, it doesn't matter who came into our house. It doesn't matter if they blew us out one game. There was always a game or a point of reference you could look at and say, yeah, these guys can flip and compete with the best of them, no matter who's on the floor. The Warriors shown you that, and then when they got Jimmy Butler, went to basically with Jimmy on the floor, on the squad, really became the best defensive team in the NBA. On the topic of defense, Wardell Stephen Curry is now top 5 in stocks. I think he's actually tied for 3. Wemby, AD, Steph, and someone else I forget. It would be on screen. But yeah, like, I know it's early, but I'm making my push for first team All NBA. I do not care. First team All NBA at 38 is spooky. But yeah, then just that, and then the fact that like the team's just been melding well together. Horford, I think, was a better addition than I anticipated him to be. I just see Horford as this like old guy that can placeholder guy. He can fit in positions and do his role, but like him being as big as he is such a benefit to us because we do need size and we do need an aggressive big man at the rim. Draymond Green, I would always say, in the last 10 years, the NBA has not seen a better pound for pound defender than Draymond Green. Avoid like the mental lapses and whatever. He is by far, I think, the best defender the NBA has produced in the last decade. But he's undersized and he's old. Sometimes you need a shot blocker like the JaVale McGee. You need those guys with the ridiculous Bielitsa. You need guys that can prevent scores in the paint. As much as Looney was good, he was not good at that. Like, he was not as good as Bielitsa. He's not as good as JaVale McGee. He just didn't have that size and wingspan, which is my key talking point. Horford, you see in a couple of stops and you see in a couple of blocks. Horford is he's a different type of big. Like, his hands stretch out. He's able to stop the games, stop the drives, and into the paint whenever he wants, and he goes at it hard. Like, he sends balls back. Pause. But like, you get what I mean. And that coupled with obviously the greatest shooter of all time, one of the better inside scorers of this era in Jimmy Butler, and then you also pause, man. And then you also have a good stretch bigs in Quinn Post. You have DeAnthony Melton, Moses Moody coming back from injury. Kuminga wearing that one jersey, right? I'm not gonna say I have not hated on Kuminga. You can go back at most 3 videos and you're gonna see how much I have screamed at Kuminga, and I've even wanted him off my team because if he's just gonna be this guy that makes it difficult for everyone, why should he be on in the first place, right? But I see it as, like, man, these are like, Steve Kerr was right. Steve Kerr's wrong to be benching you. Yeah, sure, if he was playing, like, I don't know what changed. This is year 4 or 5 for him, right? He knows what he needs to do to get the best out of this system, but he just chose not to do it for so many years for whatever reason. And it was, like, I would say irritating because, like, it's not gonna happen for us if you're not ready to commit to the system, right? And that is ultimately what I think my big issue is with this concept and with this player. Like, he has all the physical attributes. He's hardworking. He can drive. He can move down the floor at a supernaturally fast rate. He's uber athletic, and with enough work in, he's going to learn how to shoot. He's becoming a better shooter already this season to start. So why did he struggle with making the simple reads or with, stuff that's a down screen, right? You either take a cut or you use that as a way to move around the base, move towards baseline. Why do you ignore that? Why do you make it difficult for your team to set up actions? Stuff like that he was doing so much last season that got me so irritated. He doesn't do that anymore. And that I am grateful for. And I'm so happy to see. Because ultimately, as a fan, you just want to see your team do good. And I'm never gonna. My goal is not. I don't want Kuminga to do well. I want Kuminga to do well, but I just want my team to do well more. And if Kuminga's not gonna contribute to that, I was not a big fan of it. But now that he's showing he is, I have no place to say screw Kuminga or whatever. So yeah, and then you got the other teams, like you got the Donovan Mitchell. I think is giving you 26 points per game. You got Lauri Markkanen is giving you 34 points per game on 50, 40, 90. I believe at the time of me recording this, he's on pace for I think 30 points tonight as well against the Portland Trail Blazers. Lauri Markkanen, bro. This guy is an all-star in Utah. Probably on the Mount Rushmore of Utah Jazz players when it's all said and done. And I think personally he's like, I have him above Karl Malone. Leave me alone. Because like, it's crazy. What? Like, my thoughts are simple. A player is good. They deserve the platform to show they're good on the all-star stage or whatever. And that is why I believe he's making an early and solid case for all-star this season. I believe DPOY is Victor. MVP, you know what? If it's Victor Wembanyama, I do not care. I'm so happy for it. Hey, man, if Steph is going to give you 27, 6, and 7.
And then we had 6, 7 very dangerous situations.
On 50, 40, 90 also. Hey, it's 38, he's 6'2". Warriors finished top 3 seeds. Hey, give him that MVP. I don't care. Just, hey, he's 38 years old. Give him a good award. Let him end his career in a high. Let's push for the chip in June. And that's what we're here for. The rest of the league also seems good. Luka, even though the Lakers lost the first game, I still think that Luka Doncic is always going to be a candidate for the MVP alongside SGA, alongside Nikola Jokic, and alongside who I believe really has been the best all-round player in the NBA for like 3 years in Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bar the year Joel Embiid won MVP, because I do think he deserved to win MVP. I know everyone makes the case that, Joel cries or whatever, the first pity MVP in the NBA. I don't think it was pity. I think it's the fact that Joel Embiid was the best player in the NBA that year. And he cried a lot, but like, it's basically just him pleading his case. Like, if you want to support me, please let me do this, or please let me do that. And those are my thoughts on basically the rest of the league and what we're seeing so far. For predictions, I just have my regular predictions. MVP, SGA, Jokic, Giannis, Wemby. And then I'll sneak in my GOAT 30. For DPOY, Victor, Anthony Davis, Evan Mobley, Draymond Green. For Clutch Player of the Year, Donovan Mitchell, Trae Young. Doesn't really matter to me. And then for Most Improved Player, if Kuminga keeps playing like this, I see no reason not to nominate him. Yeah, that's basically my picks and my predictions so far. But I do hope like it comes to fruition, and then we have a great predictions and a great season, especially as fans or as a fan of the Golden State Warriors. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, you agree, you disagree with anything, let me know in the comments. If you like this, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day, and God bless.